alopecia universalis.
It's quite a big one. It's called isthmic spondylolisthesis.
I was 20 in college. I was a junior in college.
I first was diagnosed when I was about 16 and a half, 16 and 3/4.
And for whatever reason, the coding in my hair follicles are incorrect, and so the white blood cells attack it.
My spinal column started to fracture, shatter.
Well, I had a slight balding patch right over my ear, and I had long hair and I wore ponytails a lot, and I thought maybe I was just pulling them too tight. And yeah, but it got slowly bigger.
A varsity baseball game, and I'll never forget, you know, I was standing on second base, and you know, 2 outs, you're running on anytime the ball's hit, so the ball's hit and I took off, and I remember rounding third base and feeling, just taking a step and feeling like the power became unplugged in my system. It just dropped, and you know, as I was trying to stumble myself and try to make some sort of save out of the fall, but it ended up just being a full-scale fall. And I can remember laying there on the ground and seeing my legs kind of twisted around, and for some reason there was no, I guess, neural memory to be able to kind of untangle them, and it lasted for a good number of seconds.
I cried. You know, I can't say I didn't. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why me? Why? You know?
No way this is happening to me. You know, this is. I'm Keith. This can't be happening to me. I've never had anything wrong with me.
Yeah, it's really odd. It has nothing to do with the illness itself, but at least once a week, if not more, I'm approached by somebody who is either a cancer survivor or has family members or loved ones or friends that have gone through it.
That's tough. That's tough to know that you can't be what the media, what society has painted you to be.
Most of the time they just assume that's what I have. And I have guilt over it, and I don't know why, but you know, because mine's just what is my disease, the way that I have, I don't have any other complications from it, is just vanity. There's nothing else wrong with me. It's not causing harm to anything else in me, so you know, I don't want to be made a big deal out of. I don't think it's, you know, I don't grow hair.
You may look like it. On a good day, you know, you're not limping, you're not walking funny, and people may think, oh, hey, you know, there's a guy walking by. Will you help this woman lift this heavy chair into the back of her truck or Explorer or, you know, SUV? And that is so hard for me to tell somebody in passing that I can't do it because I've had my spine reconstructed, and it's keeping me together. So as much as I'd love to do it, I can't do that.
When people first meet me, and later when they get to know me and they actually share first impressions, they almost always tell me, you're the strongest woman I've ever met. And I'm looking, I'm like, where? Who? You know, and they're like, and I think a lot of why they say that is because when they look at me, they see somebody strong. You know, not just physically, but that I'm able to go out in the public and not care or not be affected, I guess is a better word than caring about it.
You know, one of my doctors told me, you know, Keith, there's 2 components here. There's you and there's the illness, and only one can change. There is something that you can take from the darkest experiences and use it. I realized I got to get right with me if I'm ever going to be right for anything or anybody else. And that's when I realized that I have to quit living from the outside in, getting feedback from the outside to validate me on the inside. I had to have it first and then go out in the world.
You got to go with what you feel comfortable in. And if it's just your skin, then just wear your skin.